In this video, I'm going to show you how to buy Twitter accounts for outreach. I'm going to show you the best marketplaces. I'm going to show you what to look for in accounts. This can apply to all social media accounts, by the way. And I'm going to try to give you as much value as possible. Okay, so starting off, the marketplaces I've decided to mention in this video, I have no affiliation to, but that's just what I use. And I've noticed that one of them, no, like I haven't seen anyone else use that. I've just been able to get it through some of my contacts. So hopefully this will be valuable to you. Okay, so the marketplace number one, which I think more people will know, is called X Market. So this is a pretty good marketplace. So let me show you how would I go about choosing Twitter accounts. Okay, so with Twitter accounts right now, it doesn't really matter that much if you're buying aged accounts or fresh accounts like it used to before. But I tend to like to buy accounts that are like at least a year old. And so usually the ones I buy is something between like 2020 to 2024 right now, something around those lines. You can buy older accounts, you can buy fresh accounts, try with those. But I noticed those accounts are they tend to get suspended quicker, just from my personal experience. But some of you may have different experience. And so, how would I choose? Right, you have a ton of accounts here, and how do you choose? Well, it's not only based on the price, and I'm just going to give you a few tips on how to choose the best account that you can. So, number one thing that I'm looking for is I press Control F and I search for 2FA. Okay, they don't have a filtering here, unfortunately, so I have to do it manually. But I only buy accounts with 2FA because with 2FA you don't have to mess with accessing emails, and it's just really simple. So that's just what I tend to buy, and so that just limits my selection. Okay, the next thing I look for is the age of the account. Okay, but when I'm buying aged accounts, I usually don't care about it that much. But in my case, I'm just looking for 2020 to 2024 in this case. Okay, I can look for reviews. I can look for how many orders have been already purchased. That's also a good sign. But I can tell you here on X Market, like you're not gonna get scammed, most likely. It never happened to me. Okay, so the next thing I'm looking for is the email provider. So this is maybe gonna be a little bit controversial take, but I don't like Outlook emails. I really don't, because if you have any experience with them, you're gonna find out that you need to be adding additional emails, you need to be adding phone number verifications. It just sucks, okay? And especially when you're doing this on scale, like you don't really want to be messing with this. So I tend not to buy them. I mean, if you're buying in like smaller chunks, maybe that will be fine for you. Now you might ask, like, why do you care about email when you told about the 2FA? Well, on Twitter sometimes you get like email verification where you have to actually verify the email, and yeah, it just sucks doing it from Outlook. So that's why the emails I tend to purchase are the ones that are very easy to access. So that's GMX, that's Rambler, that's Mail.com, that's all these unknown emails to most people, but they are very easy to access, and that's why I tend to purchase. Now, for Gmails, these are actually can be maybe even worse than the Outlooks, since after some time you can just lose access to the Gmail at all. So I really wouldn't recommend you buying Gmail accounts. So what I would do in this case, the accounts I'm usually buying are somewhere around here. So I usually go for GMX, and most likely I would, in this case, I would go for something like this, 2023. I've already bought from this merchant before, so that's like a really good provider. And like $0.74 is a pretty decent price. Like it's not the cheapest you're gonna find there, but I would say it's uh, it's a good deal. It's a good deal compared to some of the other marketplaces that are maybe charging you a couple of dollars per account and even more than that. So yeah, I think for most of you this is going to be a great deal. Now, for other recommendations of other marketplaces, so if you're not satisfied with this, or maybe you're looking for like Instagram accounts or Facebook accounts, whatever, I also have one other marketplace that I've never shared with anyone before, and that's called Dark Shopping. Uh, this is a Russian marketplace, so you always have to translate. So you can just right click, translate, translate to English, and it should translate to you. And here you have loads of services, but we just go for Twitter. So usually I just click here, auto registered Twitter accounts, and the advantage here is that you're able to actually choose from filters, right? So you're able to select 2FA. Ideally, what I forgot to tell you is I would like to buy accounts that have been registered in the country that I intend to use the accounts on proxies. So, for example, let's say I have US proxies. I want the accounts to be registered on US proxies. That just makes it much more safer when it comes to logging the account in. But as you can see, for example, right here, you're probably not going to find any of these accounts. Like most of the accounts are registered on mix of IPs, so these are just some trash IPs people use. It's way cheaper to register accounts that way. So if you are able to find account with 2FA, account that's been registered on US proxy, and that's affordable, like 100% go for it. But yeah, I've just not been able to find a lot of these. I mean, don't get me wrong, like mixed IPs, it's gonna be good for you most cases. I'm just saying like the best of the best is probably gonna be some form of email like GMX, Rambler, with 2FA and with US registered location. So right here, we cannot go for the USA, but I mean, you can go to FA. That's pretty much it, what you can look for. And you can do a lot of additional search. I'm not going to go through all of these, but you get the point. You probably right now understand a little bit better of what are the prices here. Just to let you know, I would recommend you to just add crypto on these exchanges. I wouldn't really do credit cards, especially on this one. So, like learn how to use crypto. It's really useful when you're doing all this sorts of stuff. You don't really want to be messing with credit cards, anything like that. I'm not saying they're gonna scam you, but like I wouldn't try it. So right here you just have to count with with rubles, but yeah, there's well way more selection here on this marketplace. For some of you might find some other good offers that you may want. And the last marketplace I wanted to show you today is Z2U. I think many of you already know this as well. On this one, I've really had mixed reviews. A lot of people told me they got scammed here. So I'm not really sure this is the best marketplace. But again, I don't really have much of an experience with this. I've just been satisfied with these two that cover most of my needs. Okay, so now let's just say we buy an account. How do you import it into Sheet? How do you actually get logins? Okay, because if you click here, you're gonna see this is how you received. Uh, this is how you are gonna receive the logins. Let me just right now switch on to Google Sheet where I'm gonna show you one specific account with logins and explain to you how to use all this. Okay, so I downloaded one of the lists. I bought one account, and what I would want you to do is what I would recommend you to do is the easiest place I read the accounts on is always Google Sheets, file, right here, import, upload. You might not see this, but I upload the account sheet I receive, and right here, okay, so I'll just append to the current sheet, so it's gonna append here. And instead of detect automatically, what you're gonna do is custom, and this is the custom separator that you're gonna use. And that way the sheet gets converted exactly like you want. So just to give you idea, so this is username, password, email. This is gonna be email password. And so these cookies, for those of you who know how to use them, city0 auth token, and this is going to be real important. This is the 2FA. Okay, so what's a 2FA essentially? I think many of you, most of you have already been forced to use this. Is when you, for example, have like a phone authenticator on your phone, and you have to generate this new code, or like it's always changing this like 6-digit code that you have to enter when logging into some apps. The way you enforce it right here, it's much easier. So you can just type 2fa.live, and whenever you want to log in with your account, submit this secret key, and you're gonna get this verification code that you enter into the login. So you enter username, password, and then this verification code instead of having to go on your email and confirm with the email verification code. So that's the main reason why I use 2FA codes. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna make a little bit of a series right now on my YouTube, covering most of the things that people have been asking me when it comes to Twitter outreach, as that's the pretty much only thing I do for years now. So I'll try to give you as much value as possible. So be on the lookout for upcoming videos.